Uh, Hi, Aadesh. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for your time. I thought we will just do a quick conversation for tomorrow's session, and give an idea to all the participants what's happening. So I was thinking maybe an interesting aspect will be if you talk a little bit about your career journey. We were trying to do introductions for everybody. So if I can request you to talk a little bit about your journey, things that we can't find on LinkedIn, would be really nice to sort of connect with you that way.
Yeah, no, thanks for inviting me, Ankur, and I'm so happy to be talking to you and the whole community that you have built. I know several people who are a part of this community, and they are such great people. And some of the speakers that we have had in the past are really good friends, like Manoj Kohli and many others. So I'm very happy to be here. See, I've had a very strange career, Ankur. I started my career as an executive assistant, and my first boss was Sam Petroda, and I still thank God for giving me that opportunity because working with him, I learned a lot. Right? You're a fresher, you have actually no clue, and I learned a lot. And over the last 35 years, actually, my career has got built whichever way it has built by chance, right? I kept getting multiple opportunities from time to time. As you know, this is only my fourth job in 35 years, so I've worked long time, wherever I worked. So people would say, Adesh, would you like to do this? I said, yeah, sure. So I've never said no to anything that I was ever offered, right? So in addition, and most of these jobs have been in addition, right? So for example, I have done, technology transfer role in CTOC, right? Which is, I think you will not find on my LinkedIn page. I have managed, this whole thing about. I've been a salesperson at Hughes. While I was the HR head, for 2 years I was also the only salesperson that we had, part-time salesperson. Then I've been a CIO and CHRO at the same time, and then when STM and purchasing used to report into me at some point of time. Corporate communications, I was a part of the key team that did the first book built IPO of a company in India. When I was at Hughes Software Systems. So we were running the whole corporate communication strategy, and for a software company, HR is very, very important. So I got a chance to really contribute to that. And after a few years, one of my best friends, who was the head of engineering, was leaving, and then we were having a meeting to discuss how will we handle that. And then he suggested that, Adesh, why don't you become a head of engineering? So our CEO at that time said that, yeah, sure, I think it's a good idea. I said, okay, if you want me to be, I'll do that. And so my boss, our CEO asked me, Adesh, why didn't you offer it yourself? I said, hey, I'm not looking for the job. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but if you want me to do it, I'll be happy to do it. But I have one condition that I'll give up the HR job and become the head of engineering. Right? And actually, my academic degree is also, I'm not a formal educated engineer, but I always say I'm a half engineer, right? So I have done CIO role, this, that. I was a CEO of the Hughes BPO business. I was the first employee there. And then, of course, I worked with a startup for 2 years where I was the CEO. So what happens is every time I do something, I always gravitate back towards HR because that's really my kind of something that I enjoy doing the most. And about 20 years ago, through accident, I went and did the RWing course, and uh, I saw immense benefits. So I immediately became a kind of a sincere student for the first time in my life by practicing every day, and that has been life changing for me. Right? For the last 28 years, I've been in a global job, which means people and customers in multiple time zones. And as you know, it's always hard to be in a situation like that because something or the other is happening somewhere. But my foray into spirituality or meditation and breathing techniques and Sudarshan Kriya really helped me to manage it well, such that I never felt the weight or pressure or stress. So I feel very lucky that I am able to do a reasonable amount of work, around the world in multiple time zones, but still not feel the stress. So I thought when you talked to me first time, I thought, hey, if you think it'll be beneficial for your community, I'll be happy to share this with everyone to see whether they can benefit from this, and maybe I can learn something from them in the same process.
No, brilliant. Thank you so much for that and accepting our request, Adish. And I'm quite intrigued when you say that you don't feel stressed. I was perhaps thinking that one would be feeling stressed, but there must be something, some trick or something else that you do that can let you go past that. Maybe if you talk a little bit about mindfulness and the whole aspect of being conscious of our emotions and being able to control it. I'm sure many of us would relate to this aspect that global roles or even any kind of complex roles that in the knowledge economy we are doing today, pushes us to do a lot of variety of roles, as we call it as multitasking. And that's probably one of the seeds which makes us more anxious. And also in today's crisis, because of COVID, we are anyways, I think, seeing a lot of spike in anxiousness, anxiety, stress, and all of those negative emotions. So tell us maybe a little bit about mindfulness and how you have seen this really help for others that you've coached in the past.
Sure. See, this is what's going to happen in the session that day. So if I tell you something now, then I'm letting out the secret. But in simple word, you know, mind is the receptacle where everything that we sense comes there. And how do you really manage the mind is really a very simple way to do that. But we've never got an opportunity to do that. So we're going to make an attempt on this tomorrow.
Sure. So let's talk about what people can experience. Tomorrow's. Let's talk a little bit about how the session will be, and what are things that they can expect to experience, and what could be takeaways.
So this, I've been fortunate to work with thousands of people in a setting like this in the past 10, 15 years. And this will be a completely experiential thing. So people will actually experience mindfulness, right? Uh, you know, what is stress and how to get rid of it, would they could actually experience it.
Super. I think that's a very powerful impact if we can create tomorrow, and I'm sure it'll be a great experience. Having experienced some of your interactions in the past, I've been very fortunate, so I can really vouch that it's going to be a great experience. So thanks so much, Aadesh, for your time. I know you are running late for another meeting, but thanks so much for taking the time out, and we're looking forward to a very interesting and engaging session tomorrow.
Thank you, Ankur. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.